Guys, welcome back to the channel. A bit of a new setup I've got here, but anyway, you know the deal. It's Beach House. I'm on the 6th album, Thank Your Lucky Stars, and I'm excited. I've heard this one is a bit more hazy and dark. I think I will enjoy that, and it's Beach House anyway, so I'm sure I'm going to love it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Leave a like and comment any albums you'd like for me to react to. And just to preface, I have heard Majorette. It's actually in one of my playlists, and I've been avoiding that playlist because of this reaction. Anyway, let me get into it. Track 1, Majorette. Okay, I remember this a little bit. Oh, I'm so glad I can listen to this now. Freely. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I remember falling in love with this song. This was actually the first Beach House song I've ever listened to, I'm pretty sure. Other than Teen Dream, maybe. I could literally cry right now. I love it. This one is actually giving me some slow dive vibes, you know. Another band that I absolutely love. The background vocals are so distant. Out of any musician or music group in the world, it's Beach House who I want to repeat the lyrics over and over. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that could be a slight complaint in like maybe some hip-hop songs, especially like mainstream hip-hop. Anyway, this is so beautiful. I'm excited that I can listen to this song again. And if this is setting the stage for this whole album, this actually gives me a lot of Devotion vibes. Guys, give me a different word for vibes, please. Give me a synonym for vibes. I really need that. But if this album is going to be this kind of dark and gloomy and hazy, like I've seen some people say, then it's a competitor to beat Devotion, which is going to be really hard. And that's quite an unpopular sentiment to have in the Beach House fan base. I've noticed that people don't really put Devotion up there with the likes of Teen Dream and Bloom and Depression Cherry. And the same with this album, I believe. People don't associate this album with those. I was going to say maybe this will be up there for me because I like that gloomy, more unpopular Beach House stuff. But Bloom is definitely an exception because that's my second favorite after Devotion. I'm hoping for more of this Majorette sort of sound. Let's keep it going. Track 2. Oh wait, I didn't even look through the lyrics. And the opening lines in this track stuck out to me. Imitation, red carnation, nothing is new and neither are you. Sort of like a predetermined sort of sentiment, or how creativity is sort of things you're pulling from in your mind from past experiences, right? I've mentioned stuff like that in the past reaction. Yeah, sort of a deterministic sort of view, which is actually, there is quite a bit of evidence to support this anyway. I just thought that line was really cool, that all our actions and stuff are pretty much based on things that have been done already. Let's keep it pushing. Track 2. She is so lovely. So the rest of the album I've not heard at all. Yeah, this is gonna be dangerous, I could tell. Oh, this really reminds me of Devotion. Oh my gosh, bro. Damn. Man. Wow, all these sounds are so unique to this to Beach House. You could probably hear one second of that instrumentation and know that it's Beach House. I love that. It sounds so sentimental. Oh, it's like the guitar is screeching out to us. We're trying to break away from something. It just puts you in that sort of man, that really did carry the vibes from the first track. That is the very Beach House sound that I fell in love with. I probably should have looked up the exact like sounds that they've used, maybe, because I do want to have a name for that sort of wave in the melody that kind of carries the track forward, and then that paired with that guitar, that's sort of on a journey trying to escape something. I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, that very high pitched guitar. Both tracks are absolutely up my alley so far. I want to see what this was all about. Castles in the sand, money in your hand, and all I have to do is everything for you. This might give me a headache if I try to unpack it all. But yeah, if there's a track that has a very special meaning to you, I like to hear about it. If you put it in the comments, because yeah, their songs are very much like that. Yo, do I have to make an account to... Okay, I've made a Genius account just so I can dislike this hater. He already has minus 64. Let's get that to minus 65. All right, track 3, All Your Years. Maybe that's meant to sound like years. Low key sounds more bright already with this guitar.
Hush, don't you cry. And when I ask her, is she doing alright? She's a roller coaster, and yeah, she's a fire in the night. And when she asks me,
Oh, that's a nice chord change. This one sounds like it's building up tension. I hear the drums coming in from a distance, I think. Ooh, just really padded drum kicks, I think. I can't even think of a word. Okay, now I did. That's kind of dangerous. With all my plugs down there. Maybe I shouldn't put that there. Interesting. It's kind of like she's accepting the decision making of the person, right? Sort of like, oh, whatever. It's your life. Do what you want. But in a way, my brain was trying to make a connection. Not trying. It kind of just made a connection to the very deterministic lyric from before. Either way is kind of out of her control to guide this person. Anyways, overall, this song had more of a easygoing direction. It did take us on a little bit of a trip. Not as much of a trip as the first two tracks, on first listen anyway. But it definitely is keeping that hazy sort of underlying feel. And so this is possibly talking to herself as well. Because she did speak to someone in her dream. Maybe that was also herself. And she says, hush, don't you cry. In the next life, she takes me to the water. Don't say a word. And like the annotation says here, this could definitely be another phase of her life, not the afterlife. Let's keep it moving to track 4, One Thing. Nice drums. Whoops. Let me try it. Let me move my light. Oh my gosh. Nice, strong electric guitar. This one gives a much more Bloom feel. I like the lift right there. It's interesting. This one has one prominent guitar, electric guitar. There's no acoustic guitar plucks yet. There's sort of like an organ in the back and an overarching electric guitar. Well, we got some more building up here. Ooh. Interesting. So maybe following the same thing of it being her reflection that she saw in her dream. A fuck off kiss. Ooh. Now we get a second guitar introduced towards the end. That sounds really good. That ending was beautiful. In fact, I was kind of yearning for something high pitched to enter. Even though I know this album is mostly going for a dark feel, it is a great feeling when I have that dark feel and then those usually acoustic guitar, I believe, comes in. But it was done with the electric guitar here, kind of similar to what you see in shoegaze and what we saw in Bloom, Depression Cherry as well a bit. Really enjoy that. Although I do prefer the acoustic guitar, it's just nice to have either or. Yeah, so it seems as though she's sort of speaking to herself. And here is a lot more direct because she says reflection. She says your reflection, my reflection. Ooh, that could be kind of cool. In a mirror, she's looking at her future self. She's kind of conversing with her future self, saying you're looking at your reflection from the past. I'm looking at my reflection of the future. Let's go on to track 5, Common Girl. Bro, the Wordle was kind of beating me up, so I switched it. Maybe I'll attempt it again. Terrible word. This is my second favorite beach house sound. That sounds weird to say. No one really does that. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, her voice also plays that part of giving us the high pitch layer. I like this one. Wait, let me pause it for a second. There's only a minute left, but I think I get it. I think I get it now. The beach house fan base was kind of spoiled with the Bloom, Teen Dream, you know, the more kind of instrumental rich tracks. Does that make sense? The ones that have like the punch that could make a bigger audience enjoy it. And maybe when people heard this sort of beach house, even though it's pretty prevalent in the first two albums, maybe they just weren't, they felt kind of starved of, you know, those songs like Silver Soul and Take Care, Lazuli, all these tracks. So I think I understand where the people are coming from. Lucky for me, I really enjoy both. Yeah, I also want to know, in the first line was a really, really cool vision I got in my head of her speaking to her future self again. I'm hoping that is the theme throughout this. Let me know what you guys believe the theme is, or what it is actually. Yeah, conversing with her future self, saying you used to live in this part of town, which is obviously where she is living now. I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, let's finish up. By the way, that's rank 1. That's my favorite beach house sound ever. Is that guitar, I believe? I'm not sure. I love this one. Yo. Also, you know what's kind of supporting my not theory, but like my view, is that this has the least amount of listens, and I do enjoy this more than the last 2, maybe 3 tracks. I think Majorette is still my favorite, but I'll let you guys know my favorite beach house song ever so far is Home Again, and it's the least listened to track on Spotify, at least on Devotion. It's actually in my top 10 songs of all time. Does that sound insane? Like, I've been listening to music for years, and I do beach house reaction last year, and it's made it there already. I'm sure if you saw my listening stats, it wouldn't be too surprising, because it's probably really high up in how much I've listened to it anyways. But yeah, and Common Girl is the least favorite. Hey, if there's someone out there watching right now whose favorite track on this album is Common Girl, yo, I'm with you. I understand. Also, this had my favorite beach house sound, which actually was in maybe the second track. I feel like it's only been in here once so far. But yeah, I believe it's that guitar. In Devotion is so prevalent throughout, which is maybe the main reason why it's my favorite. But I'll just go into Wedding Bell here so you can hear what I mean. Okay, bro, listening to that, bro, I could actually cry. Hearing Wedding Bell come up on my Spotify, coming up randomly in a playlist or whatever, makes me want to just go to Devotion and listen to the whole thing front to back. So that same guitar there, please correct me if it's not a guitar, that's in this track. And that's always gonna elevate the hell out of a beach house track for me. I loved it. It was great already before. There is loneliness, there is ugliness, there is evil, there is taken advantage, there is sadness, there is the city, there is the downtown. There is a lot of things that form a narrative. But I am a writer, so I just follow a specific feeling. I follow the taste in my mouth. Every song comes out differently. That is great because I feel like that's the essence of a true artist. It's a very internal experience. Maybe how you're reacting to external stuff, but at the end of the day, you kind of go with your gut. And let's get into track 6, The Traveler. Ooh, big sound here. I love the repetition on that little stutter. Ooh, this is nice. Oh wow. Oh yeah. The melodies in this one are really hitting. The organ kind of instrument has really gone on a journey already. Wow. I feel like they made this album for the Devotion lovers. This just feels like a hug. Oh man. Damn. Yeah, this really feels like they made it for... It's sort of like, you know what feeling I get? This might go against how she described her like artistic freedom, but you know, like when you're making stuff you really like, and maybe someone you really love, like your mum or something, says, "Oh, I really like your Devotion album. Can you make some more music like that for me?" I don't know why I get that kind of vibe. It's sort of like they went back to that raw, dark Devotion sound. And I am here for that, of course. Heard it's your birthday, candles in a row. Better blow them quick before they're melting on the floor. Yep, definitely puts the Devotion cover in my mind, where the essence of time threatens to disintegrate the only light source in the room. Oh, that's fire. The way they worded it in the annotation is actually pretty impressive. Time threatens to disintegrate the only light source, which is a metaphor for opportunities. You've got to take the chances as they arise. You were never a traveler, there's no light in your room, which means they let the candles melt down. Let's get into track 7, Elegy. Elegy, right? Elegy to the Void. Am I just guessing numbers, bro? What is this? This has a great full wave of sound throughout it. Oh, I like this a lot. Wow. Beautiful, man. Didn't even need to add that guitar.
Don't you disappear in the
Yeah. Go crazy then. Ooh, that guitar is screeching. That's super cool. This one is slightly upbeat, isn't it? Oh wow, I just realized the cadence of her voice in this one, especially maybe the last couple verses, really reminds me of Melody's Echo Chamber. The voice almost sounds identical right there. Also, that might be my favorite type of music. Very airy, fairy-like female voices. Definitely one of the best songs. It definitely felt like it took me on a trip, not just because of the length, but the production seemed to go on a journey. It did seem quite different for Beach House in a way. Bending at the altar could be, I was thinking of conforming, but maybe just appealing a bit too much to external things, and you're losing yourself, which is kind of like what I think of when I see disappearing in a mirror, is that you're losing yourself, the essence of what makes you you. Platinum vision, chasing perfection, gold digging, materialism, bringing you down again and again. Wow, so the title, Elegy to the Void, really makes sense now. So the void is you on a downward spiral, losing yourself, disappearing from the mirror. I can tell Victoria is a true artist. Very, very internal in her approach. Let's go into Rough Song. Lovely. Bass seems a bit stronger in this one. Oh wow. Ooh, that was such a cool flow. That's super nice. Percussion is pretty unique on this one. That's super nice. It's hard to tell whether that's a keyboard or a guitar, because there's no swooping up and down the fretboard. Oh my gosh. Listen, that only took long because I was not focusing on it. Alright. Really cool sounds going on throughout that one. In the middle of the party, found a hole to be sorry. Through the glass, drank a memory of her face. Okay, I don't want to be too stuck on the future self thing, even though a lot of this would match up. This one does seem a bit more vague. I guess going to these parties, like she's mentioned party twice here, another vodka cocktail party, her story unravels. Like, she's drunk and she's letting out her past that she despises so much unravels. I enjoyed that one. That was cool. Let's go on to the final track, Somewhere Tonight. Wow, from the start they have my favorite beach house instrument. That swooping guitar or whatever. And everything surrounding it sounds really, really wide and really grand. I'll give up on that one. That's Ireland. Whoops. Easy. Every time that guitar comes in, I'm just gonna be... It takes my full attention. Oh man. Oh, interesting melody there. That's like a higher pitch organ. I've never heard them use that before. Oh. And it almost goes in a direction that I'm not expecting. Like it does a different chord. Beautiful. Oh, that's cool. Let's hold the same chord there for the like rest of the track. Man, great way to end it. I like how she said pink and blue were dancing, referring to the people as traditionally feminine and masculine colors. Empty floor, shadows lancing, somewhere in a ballroom tonight. Perfect way to paint the picture in very few words. Red and blue combination. Old man finds elation somewhere in a ballroom tonight. Feels like a super sweet, sentimental track. Empty floor, shadows lancing. But if they're the only ones there, it's their shadows lancing. So maybe it's sort of a reflection of what they're hiding behind closed doors or like in the back of their minds. So the dancing is all graceful, but the shadows, the hidden parts, are quite menacing. It says, a song about a couple dancing together passionately and emotionally and not caring what's happening outside of them, but instead just living in and making the most out of that moment. Ooh, so the shadows lancing is a metaphor for the external that they're currently cutting out. Wow. Okay. That was Thank Your Lucky Stars by Beach House. The 6th album I've heard from them and the 6th reaction I've done to them. Overall, it did... You know what? It did actually surpass my expectations. I see that many people don't actually put it up there, like I said, with a few of their other albums, and so I guess it didn't make me hesitant, but I thought, oh, I'm gonna love this, but maybe not as much as Devotion. This is actually very reminiscent of my Devotion first listen, and maybe because I'm more accustomed to the Beach House sound, that now every album is just really easy to take in. But I would put this amongst the top 3 first listens, that being Devotion, Bloom, and this, I would say. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Tell me what your favorite track is on this album. Maybe let me know something about 7 that I should look forward to, possibly, because that is next. I'm looking forward to it though, because I know a lot of people love 7 and is my favorite number. But anyways, another incredible Beach House album. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.